Hello everybody, welcome to my first review video on Studio Series number 113, Bumblebee Skywarp. Now I've ordered this figure off of New Meta Toys, the link will be in the description of this video. So let's now take a look at the teleporting Decepticon Seeker, Skywarp. So right off the bat, we have his box, and you can see the design for Skywarp based on his appearance in the Bumblebee movie. Looks really nice. And right here, we get a closer look at him, and he's a Voyager class. And on the back, here he is in his robot mode and his alt mode. He transforms in 29 steps, and the small description reads, if you could get that there, okay. Skywarp and the Seekers fire at the launch pad to prevent the Autobots from escaping Cybertron. Now, this was depicted in the opening scene in the Bumblebee movie, where we see the Autobots and Decepticons in their Generation 1 designs. Now, with the box out of the way, let's take a closer look at Skywarp himself. Now, the body sculpt for Skywarp is the Starscream mold with the head of Blitzwing. Now, this mold was also present for Thundercracker, but unfortunately, I don't have him or the other Seekers from the Bumblebee movie. You see, I started collecting these figures since I have the Leader Class Dark of the Moon Shockwave, which is my first Studio Series figure. But most of the Studio Series figures from the live-action films can be pretty difficult to find, and expensive as well. Anyways, I got Skywarp for $20.99, so yeah, that's actually a really nice deal. Might as well take advantage of the opportunity and actually purchase Skywarp when he's on a cheap price. So yeah. Anyways, his accessories are the null rays on his wings, as well as this blaster weapon. So let's get that removed so we can see the other details for Skywarp. So right off the bat, I really love the purple coloration for Skywarp. Like, it really stands out for him overall. But I wish that they would incorporate a little more black, much like his G1 cartoon appearance. But I still see him as Skywarp regardless because of the purple coloration. The cockpit is yellow colored, a much translucent coloring. And in terms of articulation, his head is on a ball joint, so he can look up or down or sideways. Not the Decepticon sideways, by the way. His shoulder can rotate. Shoulders like that, and sometimes you could do that. The elbows can bend pretty well. However, his wrists, there is no swivel, so you can't really move him around much, but they can only bend backwards like this, mostly due to his transformation to his alt mode. As for the legs, you can move them, to position them too. Little thigh swivel and knee bending, so you can cast them in as many poses as you can. So overall, he's got some pretty good articulation. Now, let's do some size comparisons. So right off the bat, the first Studio Series figure that I have to compare the size differences with Skywarp is this Transformers 1 Deluxe Class Starscream, and if you set them both together, you can see that Starscream completely dwarfs Skywarp. Well, then again, the molds are completely different, as they both hail from different continuities in the Transformers universe, and in addition, this Starscream figure is a Deluxe Class, and when I got Skywarp, I completely underestimated the size difference of Deluxe Class and Voyager Class. So, yeah, there's Starscream and Skywarp side to side, and Skywarp completely dominates Starscream. Now, unfortunately, I don't have any other live-action Seekers. Like, this is the only one that I have, but I do have a Leader Class figure that I would like to compare him with. It is the channel's most logical mascot, Shockwave. Dark of the Moon Shockwave. Now, this is the first Studio Series figure that I got from my collection, and if you compare the size of these two, you can see here that that Skywarp is almost as big as Shockwave, a little close yet too far, since Shockwave is a leader class figure and Skywarp is a Voyager class figure. And also, they're both from different continuities as well. So, yeah, overall, that's the size comparisons. So, yeah. Now, here we have Skywarp in his alt mode, a Cybertronian jet. Now, this is how the Seekers first appeared in their alternate modes on Cybertron. Now, to get this right off the bat, I love this alt mode. He actually looks really awesome for the design for his Cybertronian jet mode. So, we have his two null rays on his wings, and his main blaster attached right here, so he's got all of his weapons. And on the wings is the Decepticon insignia, so that's a nice touch. Overall, I really love his alt mode. Looks clean, looks really good, and if you set him down here in a fixed position like this, he should be able to stand, and it looks really nice. Now, let's compare this to Transformers 1 Starscream's alt mode, which is also a Cybertronian jet, and if you set them both side to side, let me get this camera to move down. So you can see right off the bat that Skywarp still towers above Starscream, but they both look really awesome in their Cybertronian jet modes. And Skywarp, of course, is much bigger in the grand scheme of things. So yeah, those are the size comparisons, and that's Skywarp in his alternate jet mode. So, overall final thoughts on the Studio Series Bumblebee Skywarp Voyager class figure. Definitely a really good figure. Really love the mold for his robot and alt modes. And to be honest, this is the very first Voyager class figure that I ever got for this collection. So I really underestimated how good he would look as a Voyager class. And yeah, this guy is definitely a good figure. And he's worth the $20 on New Meta. So there you go. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is my very first ever Transformers toy review. And if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.